Hi everyone, today in reading we're learning a different strategy. It's another comprehension strategy, and today we're learning to ask questions when we're reading. So when we're asking questions, we ask questions before, during and after reading. So we want to think of questions before we start reading, during reading and after reading. We understand the difference between a question and a statement, and we try and ask our questions using words like the 5 W's, the who, what, where, when, why, and also words like how and could and should. And so for today's intro, what I'm going to do is a slightly different strategy. So today I'm going to do a think aloud, which is me just reading the book and then thinking some questions just to model the strategy to you. And then we'll do an activity on that. So today the book we're reading is called Wembley Worried. And I'm sort of wondering, my questions are before I start reading is, why is Wembley worried and should she be worried? So there's a couple of questions. Why is she worried? Should she be worried? And then as we read, so that's my questions before, as I read I'm going to ask some other questions as I go. So during the text. So let's go. Hope you enjoy the story. It's actually a really lovely story, and I chose this one because it's about a girl who is going back to school, and I figured since we're going back to school it probably isn't too bad a theme. So Wembley worried. Wembley worried about everything. Big things, little things, and things in between. No, what if I think? Wembley worried in the morning. She worried at night. And she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandma. Too much worry. At home, Wembley worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? And the cracks in the living room wall. What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made. What if there's a snake inside? So she does worry a lot. I wonder how she feels when she worries. How do you think she feels when she's worried all the time? And could she do something about her worries to stop herself worrying so much? I wonder. Let's see. At the playground, Wembley worried about the chains on the swings, and the bolts on the slide, and the bars on the jungle gym. And always she worried about her doll, Pedal. Shouldn't Pedal have a car seat too? I found her, sweetie. Pedal's lost forever. I'll wait for you, Pedal. She's in the washing machine. Wonder what her parents are going to do to help stop her worrying so much. I wonder. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wembley worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wembley was especially worried, she rubbed Pedal's ears. Wembley worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Pedal would have no ears left at all. Wonder why she rubs her ears. Let's see. On her birthday, Wembley worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wembley worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. I wonder if there's going to be enough cake. On Halloween, Wembley worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighbourhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wembley worried because she was the only one. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon, Wembley had a new worry. Wembley worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. Why is she so worried about school, do you think? What is she scared of? There's some other questions we could ask. How will she go when she gets to school? How will she feel when she gets to school? And should she be worried about school? They're all sort of questions you can ask. So just remembering, we can ask questions like who, what, where, when, why, those sort of things. Let's keep going and see. Let's see what she's worried about. Maybe we can answer our questions as we go. By the time the first day arrived, Wembley had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? So what things was she scared of? Now we sort of can answer that question, aren't we? She's worried about everything, like people wearing the same clothes, and if the teacher's mean or nice, and what if she can't find the bathroom, and what if she's hungry? All those sorts of things. So she's worried about everything about school. She worried all the way there. So I'm imagining she's feeling a bit scared if she's that worried. So I've sort of asked that question a minute ago, how's she going to be feeling? I'm feeling like I'm answering that question as we go, so I'm thinking she might be quite scared. But I wonder what's going to happen when she gets to school. What will happen when she gets to school? Let's see. While Wembley's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wembley looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wembley, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself, and she was wearing stripes, and she was holding a doll. Who does that sound like? That's a good question, isn't it? Sounds like Wembley. What have they got in common? They're both wearing stripes, they've both got a doll, and they're both standing by themselves, and they're both probably looking a little bit worried too, aren't they? Looking at the pictures. I wonder why the teacher asked them to. Thought that it'd be good for Wembley to meet Jewel. Let's see. At first, Wembley and Jewel just peeked at each other. Should they say hello to each other, do you think? Could they be friends? Let's see. This is Petal, said Wembley. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wembley. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Wow. How are they similar? They're similar in lots of ways, aren't they? They've got lots in common. Throughout the morning, Wembley and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wembley worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. And before Wembley knew it, it was time to go home. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wembley turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. How's she feeling now? Is she still feeling worried? I think she feels pretty happy. I think Jewel's pretty happy too. The end. Yes, so that's sort of a question you could ask at the end. How's she feeling now? What do you think will happen tomorrow? Definitely how's she feeling? I think she's had a good day and she feels quite happy. So the reason we ask questions is just to help our understanding of the story. So as we're reading, we ask questions to ourselves and then we try and answer them as we go. And it just really helps us under our understanding and helps our comprehension of the text. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set a little activity, but on that, and I'll show that to you now. Okay, now that I've sort of modelled the task or modelled questioning, what I'll do is I'll explain today's activity. So today's activity is just really trying to get in the habit of asking ourselves questions before we start reading a book, during a reading and after. So what I've done, and you can do this or you could just do it verbally, it's fine as well, is I've done a bit of a graphic organiser where I've just done before, during and after, 3 columns. You could do it portrait or landscape like I have, whichever way you like to do. And then what we're going to try and do is just ask a question before reading, during reading and after reading. So I'm just going to model that on the text that I read this morning. So the question I asked at the start was Wembley worried about Wembley worried was, why is Wembley worried? So I've written, before I started reading, I asked, why is Wembley worried? And I've written that and I've used the why because that's a good way to start a question, because it's it's sort of an open question that way. My question that I remember, the biggest question I had during the book, which I would use, was, what is Wembley worried about? So when you're reading it, stop in the middle, pause it, and then try and think of a couple of questions during as they come to you. So my question, I'm just doing it this way, was, what was Wembley most, so I'm going to squeeze that in there, worried about, question mark. And also sometimes it's good to ask questions like could or should. I kind of answered that question as well, so I might have also asked the question like, should she be worried about going to school? You might have different answers. Maybe she should, because school can be a bit scary, or you might say, no, there's nothing to be scared about at school, which is what I'd sort of say. So should, I'll just write that question, she be worried about going, to, I'm getting ahead of myself, school. And what do I finish with? A question mark. So that goes there at the end of the question, because the question finishes with a question mark. Then finally, my last question was, how did she feel at the end? Or how did she feel after her first day? Feel after her first day of school. So that's sort of the activity we're doing. And I've done that on Wembley Worried, but what I'd like you to do on, once again, is just Harry the Dirty Dog, or, which I've attached a link to, which is a really nice story, or one of your level texts from your, from Raz Kids or what you've got at school. So let me know how you go. Probably if you're reading above a B, you might have enough to in your readers, or a level 2. If you're reading above a level 2, you've probably got plenty to write. There'll be good opportunities to question, but maybe if you're in levels 1 to 2, probably Harry the Dirty Dog will probably give you more to ask questions about. So let me know how you go, post your work, and hope you enjoy the task. Thank you, bye.